Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to another episode of Banter with the Bros, or in this case, Banter with the Bros and Girl. Yeah, for this episode, I was not able to use my microphone, so I'm not actually talking. What I've decided to do is kind of compromise a little bit. I think most of the chat was during the draft, so what I've done is I've left my teammates, Skyforger and Cliction. They're just going to be chatting through the draft, and I'll be typing in the draft. So I've kind of sped that up as well because there are some dead parts of the draft where there's not much to talk about. But yeah, you can listen into that, and then when we get into the actual game, I'm going to remove all of the voice comms because it's just mostly sort of little bits of game stuff and not a ton of chatter. Just like, come over here, dodge this, he's on me, stuff like that. So I'll kind of take over at that stage and just kind of talk you through sort of in an analytical way, much like the Road to Grandmaster series. So hope you guys enjoy, and I will come back to you when we get to the game.
Are you asking me?
If you know. Oh, yeah,
So
but I
what was
think
the
all of us
question?
are in tomorrow. I'm wondering if they'd taken Blackheart's Bay out of the rotation.
Oh,
But Nubkeks is saying yes, and I don't know why, because it's the best map in the game. Better than shitty Battlefield.
it's not.
It's not the worst map. You don't know what you're talking about,
It
Nubkeks.
is.
No! I'm banning.
Yes, it is. I always lose it because of people fighting in mid. Love it.
Braxis holdout.
I would love to go medieval. I love him in this map, but I'll try.
I guess I'll just ban Sylvie.
Jesus bird incoming.
And I will play Rexar because he's the best character in the game.
You should see video about Medivh when he's stealing camps and doing this stuff with amazing music in the background. Are you ready for a miracle? It's perfect. It was in Funny Hots moments or something like that. Oh my, no.
Oh, Giaslow. Gaslord! No, he didn't take the bait.
Yay, the link. How obvious.
Oh. When Blade Master comes out, Nubkeks, me and you should do Chen and Blade Master. And Chen picks up Storm, Earth and Fire. And then we use the mirror images.
Combo.
Other than that, you just keep queuing for the brawl until you get all Blade Masters, and then there's like 30 Blade Masters on the pitch.
Oh yeah, just see.
Ban.
Yay, gaming can't grow me. Give me those spells.
Who do I ban? If you I'll just ban a healer, I suppose. Or ETC.
Yes.
No, we're okay.
I stand ready.
If you get the protect ability from Medivh and Chromie hits you with whatever she's stacking, does it go towards her stacks?
Hey, Jesus bird incoming. Oh, and Misha. Yes. Are you in real friends? And with this other guy who left?
Roger?
I don't know, maybe.
No, I only know him through YouTube /Nubkeks.
Oh.
But if I ever go to Ireland, I'll stop by
Facility powering up.
and demand a drink.
But there is you look beautiful today. Yes. That's what I was saying.
I want more than a drink. I want you to pay for my dinner.
Systems online. 10 seconds.
Do I need block? Nope.
He can sit in front of me. Ooh.
I sit on your face. Yeah, that's great. The allies want to raid that.
And I'm back, guys. I hope you had a bit of fun listening in on just the banter that is going on in the draft right there. I'm going to take over now and just talk you through this without sort of the background chatter, the Discord chat. And yeah, I'll just bring you through sort of an analysis of what is going on in the game as I trip over my words and can't pronounce stuff. But yeah, you can see I'll still be talking a little bit in chat to my friends. And if it's sort of confusing and I seem to be saying stuff out of context, I'll hopefully try to explain it as much as I can. But those will be the situations where they were saying something in the voice chat. And yeah, I was kind of replying to them. So if I say something seemingly at random, that is why. Anyway, we are here and I have decided to take the solo lane in this game. There was kind of a bit of a discussion at the start as to whether Chen or I think the other ideal candidate for it in this case would be the Rexar, but which one of us should be the ones to go for this? You can actually kill the Vala. This is more sending a message because I die as well. But it's not about winning, it's about sending a message. It's about letting her know that I mean business and that she better watch out. I think the better play, honestly, is just to get her low and walk away. Vala with that low health, she's either going to have to... She'll tap her well and come back still missing a lot of health, or she'll have to Hearthstone. Either way, that's a win. By me diving and both of us dying, we go even. So it's actually... That's relative to what I could have done. Just walk away and just be happy with the fact I got her low. It's actually, relatively speaking, a loss for me to dive and kill her. But it's about sending a message. It's about... And look, she's terrified right now. So yeah, Chen, very strong at bullying Vala. He's going to be quite strong, actually, at bullying a lot of heroes in the lane. He's a strong solo laner. I'd say, as opposed to Rexar, who might have a bit more trouble actually bullying the Vala, he'd just more kind of stick it out and stay alive. And she might actually be able to pressure Misha down because she has the range advantage and high movement speed. But yeah, you can see I'm able to kind of beat her up quite badly. A few of the tricks I'm doing, jump on top of her. And sometimes you'll see I'll hold on to my keg toss and everything like that until she's vaulted to ensure that I can land it. You also saw in the move kind of right there, I jumped over one of the minions. Because, you know, when you flying kick onto a minion, it lands you behind them. So I used that to get into range and then hit her with the keg toss and breath of fire. She didn't quite expect that combo to come through. But yeah, you can see we're doing a ton of pressure to the poor old Vala. She's really not able to do any much damage to me. Whereas we're able to do a lot of damage to her. She can't heal up, whereas we've got a lot of natural health regen because we're a warrior and because we're Chen. So able to win this lane pretty easily. And it's also really nice that the Vala is not in the bottom lane, where she'd be quite powerful. So we've basically removed quite a powerful hero from that. But anyway, I was trying to get my keg to smash over the wall, and obviously not very familiar with the Chen. Didn't quite land it and just ended up taking a whole bunch of damage, just face planting into the wall, being like, okay, where do I put this keg smash in order to get it? I wanted to do it for the quest. I want to get some stacks. I end up just losing a lot of life. Basically no gain. It's a bit of a noob move, but oh well. Yeah, I thought it'd be great to bring you guys some gameplay of Chen. This was, oh yeah, I should also say this was before the Samuro patch, but after all the hotfixes and stuff like that. So only main difference is that there's no Samuro. Apart from that, it's functionally identical. Yeah, just do bear that in mind. But yeah, thought it was a good game of playing some Chen. Chen is very strong right now, and I want to show you kind of how to do that. Level 1, I think in this game, I forget what talent I picked up. I'll tell you when I bring up the talent screen. Level 4 though, I picked up the Keg Smash quest. So if we hit people with Keg Smash, heroes I should say, if we hit heroes with Keg Smash, it will stack up some damage. And then I believe when we finish that quest, it will increase the range of Keg Smash by 125%. So make it very ranged and also give us an extra charge. So that's going to be extremely useful. It's going to be extremely useful in terms of getting pressure out. And then I think at level 7 I will pick up the extra shields. I think it's called Boulder Flavor. Basically this will give me an instant shield. It will instantly shield me for half of the shield amount from drinking the second or the millisecond I start drinking, basically. So it's going to really help me in terms of my survivability. In fact, I remember now, I picked up reduced ability damage for when I'm drinking, because we're going up against the Li Ming Chromie combo. That's what I picked up. Haha, I'm smart. Yeah, I picked that up to just survive. You can see the spell effect there around me, actually, when I'm drinking. I picked that up to survive against them. Just be able to pressure them out, and then obviously getting a big chunk of shield instantly will also help dodging all of their abilities and just absorbing them. It's going to be very difficult for Li Ming, Boulder Flavor, that is what it's called. It's going to be very difficult for either Li Ming or Chromie to kill me, because I can just pretty much at a moment's notice just suddenly grab a big old chunk of shield and also be able to just yeah, also be nullifying a large portion of their damage. It's going to be very hard for them to actually get damage in on top of me. Vala will be a bigger threat in the team fights for sure, but we should be able to deal with it quite well. I think Chen was a pretty good choice in the draft. I was looking at Hearthstone, so I'm not going to let her do that. At least not yet. But yeah, I mean, Chen, he can push the lane in pretty quickly. He's very survivable in the lane. He can be a bit of a lane bully. Vala is a very favourable matchup for him. I think in Hero League, if they pick a good solo lane hero themselves, it won't go as well as this. But still, it should go pretty well. At this point, I kind of felt like Vala was not going to come in and contest this. I really feel like she's scared of me. I mean, I think it's legitimate. If she tries to fight me, she's going to lose really hard. There's nothing she can do. So I don't think she's actually going to come and take this point. From her perspective, she's obviously scared that I could be there and that she's going to lose. She actually does move in once Lily arrives. So when they're 2v1, that's when they're able to move in. But we got to channel an awful lot of that for basically for free. And I used that opportunity to take the siege camp. Don't take it super fast because I haven't built into many damage talents, but still a little bit of pressure on the Vala then as well. She just gets some nice damage in return. But at this stage, I'm just looking to kind of keep them busy, and I'm not realistically looking to beat the Vala and Lily 1v2. Not going to happen, although the Lily is very low on mana, but our teammates are starting to rotate right now. You can see my, I think Cliction and I think it was Cliction actually asked me in the chat, you know, how are you doing up there? So I was saying, I'm 2v1, but our teammates are coming around. And this is pretty nice. They actually come to contest this. We get the slow onto the Lily, jump on top of her as well. Beautiful roots come out from the Malfurion, and Lily gets focused down. I had a flying kick ready to follow up on her as well if she was going to escape. Someone grabbed the thing off to the side. And we finish off the Zerg Swarm pretty much 100 to 1. Unfortunately, Sergeant Hammer gets nailed by the Li Ming combo in between. That's pretty brutal. You can see, like, full magic missile hit will still hurt a little bit. Will still hurt a little bit. We need to be a little bit careful. Nice Force of Will from Skyforger does keep the Malf alive throughout the, through the Chromie combo. And I got hooked, but hit the wall, so wasn't too worried about it. Could always flying kick over the wall anyway. And there you go. While they were busy fighting us at top lane, our Zerg Swarm is starting to do some damage down bottom. I'm going to do some just Chen things, which is go tank the fort while I'm drinking. You can do that and just waste some of its ammo. I don't know if it will matter here because the fort might die. Oh, no, I think it will. Not sure. We'll find out if the fort does run out of ammo, if that was worthwhile. But either way, it's a little thing you can do. You can also tank up the towers on the gate and just deplete their ammo a little bit. Yeah, okay, so the fort dies while it still has ammo. It didn't really matter in this case, but it is something you can do. I'm really not an expert on Chen. I've not played a lot of games on him, but still pick up a few tricks here and there. This is a little bad. I went to get some poke on the enemy team. Unfortunately, all 5 of them are there, so I have to pop my heroic. So that's a pretty big waste. And the Leyline Seal actually does come out as well. So yeah, that wasn't particularly good, to say the least. Could have gone a lot better. But Lily, going very deep, walks into the roots and just gets caught out. But Lily making a lot of mistakes, I have to say. We're able to focus down on Li Ming then. And continue going aggressive right here. I do miss the barrel on the Vala this time, so a bit of a misplay. Jump over the stitches, locking him down. Does pop his heroic ability. Unfortunately, my shields are not enough to keep me alive through the damage of the forts and the Vala and the Stitches poison. So I'm a bit upset. Definitely going a bit too ham, going a bit too deep. It was only myself and Clicktion. I thought there were more people with me, but it was it was only it was Misha and Clicktion, so it wasn't as many actual heroes as I thought. So yeah, we didn't pick up the kill, and I died. Nonetheless though, we're a couple of levels up, which is pretty good. We are a couple of forts up, which is very good. And we're in a pretty good spot to push forwards aggressively, really, in this game, with the sort of map presence and pressure that we have, and make stuff happen with that. You can see the enemy team. They might have been going for their bruisers, so I was saying we should look into harassing them here, to catching them out maybe, if they do go for this, doing something. Hammer is in stealth. The hook misses. And there you go, Misha gets a nice engagement in. Li Ming is almost dead already. So we do some decent damage. I'm going to pop my heroic once again. Leyline Seal does come out. I'm going to jump on top of the Vala, start getting some pressure down on her. You can see we do quite a lot of damage actually. The Chen, it's nothing to be sneezed at. And at this point, our teammates are, I was going to say wrapping up some kills to the other side. They're actually dying to the other side. But we were keeping Vala, Li Ming and Lili busy for at least a little while. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. At this point, I'm just going to go ham. It was this was in the middle of a big play session, so we're having a little bit of fun. I was trying to get a kill out of it, didn't though. Almost. That team fight didn't go too well. It didn't go too well. I think it could have gone in our favor quite easily. We were still on even talent here, so it wasn't really the ideal moment to fight. But yeah, it could have gone a lot better. But yeah, definitely a lot of going ham and doing somewhat silly things. We're having a lot of fun, and that's okay. I think it's kind of interesting, and from a video perspective, to see what the limits of the different characters are and what you could do. I thought it was quite interesting there that, you know, we popped the Storm, Earth and Fire, and we were able to actually do quite a lot of damage to the Vala, and then the pressure we were creating with that heroic pushed 3 of their heroes away from the fight. Still lost, but it's kind of cool to see what you can do with that. We have, by the way, finished the quest. You can see we got ranged barrels right now. We got 2 charges on the barrel, so that's pretty sweet. So letting my teammates know when my heroic is going to be offline. This Stitches has gone a little bit too deep now himself. He's in a lot of trouble. So is this Chrome, and you're going to jump on top of her too. Got to drink up some brew. Get her with the slow. You can see the ham continues. Just going deep. Going deep. The teammates do arrive though. And a beautiful silence from Malfurion. Gets 4 of them, I think. We almost... No, we do kill the Li Ming as well. That's a whole team wipe right there. So this time, going ham works out. That was... I love that. Those moves from Malfurion were really nice. Casually just walked right into the middle of the enemy team who were busy worrying about me. And hits them all with a big silence, which wins the team fight in a very dramatic way. So yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting. Going ham, we saw in the first team fight, didn't quite work out. Not sure why, because we didn't catch most of that fight. But in the second one, it went much better. And ends up with us getting a whole bunch of kills for free. And that puts us level 15 to them just about hitting level 13. And we have a full Zerg Swarm as well. So huge tempo swing actually to the game just off of that alone. Pretty interesting, I think. Pretty interesting to see. At this stage, we are pushing in on the core quite aggressively. Sergeant Hammer is split pushing in the bottom lane, but she should be able to siege up and maybe get that fort down. We're pushing this onto the core. Leyline Seal does come out. I'm looking to get maybe a bit of a combo off as we come out of it. Don't quite land it, actually. I think I aimed it sort of in between. Focusing down the Levy a little bit, but she does escape with her Jug of 1,000 Cups. Medivh does get picked off, unfortunately, as do I. And our teammates are on the retreat. Ice Block is not going to save Malfurion for long. I think the big question here, unfortunately, the Sergeant Hammer, you can see on the minimap, she's backing off a little bit early. I'm not sure exactly what she was doing, but I feel like the Sergeant Hammer could have been going aggressive for much longer. You can see the enemy team only reaching the bottom keep now. They were, all 5 of them, still very much focused on that top lane for, I think, a good 10 seconds or so after Sergeant Hammer backed away. So she could have gone a bit more aggressive for a bit longer. I think also during that time she was playing a little bit cautiously, a bit worried that they would rotate around when in fact they were completely busy dealing with us. So she could have got a bit more damage down. But all the same, it's still quite a substantial lead for us. But you can see definitely going a bit too ham, being a bit overcommitted, looking for kills, just pushing the limits. and pushing them, in this case, a little bit too far. You can see also here, I'm just announcing Ham is incoming. I'm just going to dive the enemy team, but I'm letting my teammates know that's the case. Jump on top of them, pop my heroic. Chen, he's quite intimidating when you pop that Storm Earth and Fire. He's got a lot of move speed, a lot of attack speed. You can see we're just going deep out onto the enemy team, putting a lot of pressure onto them. They basically all have to run away. There's very little they can do. Almost kill me. And if you do kill all of the spirits, Chen does die. Medivh does get picked off, but lands a decent leyline seal. We pick up 1 kill in return, picking off the stitches. I think I actually run behind the enemy team and then jump over the wall just to disrupt their skill shots that little bit and to escape sort of safely. Misha does go down, but oh well. Muy bueno. It ends up being a 1-for-1 really in the end. They get Misha as well, but it's not a big deal. But we do push them back, put a bit of pressure on them. We have catapults pushing top lane at the same time, so this isn't the worst sniperio. I don't even know what she's saying. Who knows? Who knows? At this point, I'm considering maybe picking up the siege camp. I feel the enemy team is running a little bit scared. We might be able to grab this before they even arrive, and looks like that will be the case. Get us a little bit of extra vision. I mean, the siege camp does die very quickly. Spot the Chromie, and you can see that she instantly retreats. She's pretty scared. Even though I don't have my heroic, I don't think she knows that. So able to go kind of aggressive here. Soak up a chunk of the Li Ming damage thanks to my shield, and then sidestep the Chromie stuff. However, the other arcane missiles from Li Ming do hit and do quite a chunk of damage. But I'm not too scared really. Doing a bit of damage here to the side. Malf goes in with a big silence once again. I'm going to dive in on top of that. Nice roots coming out from the Malfurion. I have my heroic up in 3 seconds. So I've been keeping an eye on that all the time while waiting to engage right here. Gonna just sidestep a little bit just to pop it and then go in pretty aggressive, focusing down the Li Ming with our basic attacks. There we go, not too bad. Someone else picks up another kill. We're gonna keep diving right here as well, getting that Lily down. She's in a pretty rough spot. Actually, unfortunately, we respawn on the spirit that was the furthest away, so Lily almost escapes, but we do get in on top of her, finish her off with a flying kick. Sergeant Hammer in position as well as the Medivh. And Lily goes down. Now we're pushing in on the core. Level 18 to 16. The Zerg Swarm, in the meantime, has been channeled. Diving over the core. You can see that was kind of like almost a really cool move. Using the flying kick on the core just to cover the maximum distance to get in on top of the Chromie and then try to throw that ranged keg smash at her. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit short and she walks away with like no hit points. But if we had picked her off, it would have been pretty cool. Hopefully a bit of an insight into another one of the sort of the Chen type moves you can do. It's very similar to Illidan as well, right? Using your dive on structures to get sort of maximum distance covered. But yeah, the Zergs will finish is what we're saying here. So we're Sergeant Hammer stealthed up in the middle of them. That's kind of funny. But yeah, we're just kind of going in and distracting them. But the Zerg Swarm is going to finish this off regardless. And there you go. GG. Well played, everybody. I thought it was a very fun game. I also thought it was a good insight into Chen. Honestly, like, I'm not confident enough on Chen. I need to play a few more games on him before I would consider bringing him into a ranked game. So I thought that this, you know, playing with friends would be a happy compromise. I thought there were interesting scenes where we went way too ham. And then also good scenes where we did our job probably correctly. You can see here, obviously the Sergeant Hammer was complimenting Clickchin. You see, I was saying thank you, taking the credit. We were just having a lot of fun in terms of the banter in this game. The banter was high, had a lot of fun. It's always nice when you get a group of friends together and you play. And there you go, that is the talent build you can see there, by the way. And yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was pretty good fun, and hopefully gave you a sense as well of what Chen can do and why he is so strong in the current meta. Powerful solo laner, powerful diving hero, can put a lot of pressure on the back line, and it can be very difficult to deal with the Storm, Earth and Fire dive when it does come through, setting up your teammates well for victory. So there you go, guys. Give a like if you liked it. Also let me know what you thought of like the sort of the structure of this video, you know, leaving in some of the voice chat at the start and then going into the more analytical style. It's just kind of, I thought it would be the best compromise in this sense, so hopefully it worked out, and I will see you all next time for more Heroes of the Storm. Bye bye.